Alright, good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Wednesday Bumper Breakfast Show. Today, 28th of January 2026. Just few days to ending the first month of the year 2026. And we are so grateful to God Almighty for the continued privilege and of course mercies, blessings, favor, provision, protection. I mean, it's not because we are different from other people, but we just enjoy God's grace and we'll continue to be thankful for life, of course, the other ability God has given to us, especially to be on this set, dissect matter, talked about a lot of things. Well, Stanley will always say without any form of bias. But let's see, maybe there will be any form of bias because I doubt if everybody on this table will be on the same table this morning. But whichever way, let's let me get to introduce my colleague to you guys. But before then, I am Ambassador Robin Emmanuel Oluwafe. For short, you can call me Real. And to my immediate left, I have Barrister Pink. Barrister Pink, good morning.
Good morning, Rio. Good morning, Stanley. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, world. I am Barrister Pink Egbe. Welcome to the Bumper Breakfast Show.
All right, thank you very much. And also, I have the man that believes is versatile everywhere when it comes to broadcasting. You're too sure for that. Well, sometimes you always say a man that eats sports, that sleeps sports now. A man that eats broadcast, chop broadcast, and it's just everywhere when it comes to broadcasting. It's not depressing. But of course, Stanley Paul Ikao. Stanley, good morning to you.
Real good morning. I think you will do well in running commentary. Honestly speaking, you will do well in running commentary. I think someone like Peter Dury should start learning lines from you. But it is what it is. Good morning, Lagos. I feel it's good to be back again, and trust me, like I've always said, in our usual style and tradition, we bring you information that you can always bank on without sentiment, any form of bias. As long as we're not libeling, we'll say it the way it is. If it's positive, we'll give the praises, we'll give the kudos. And if it's the other way around, we won't hesitate to bring out the sticks and hit it where necessary. Good morning, Rio. And thank you for collapsing our national grid again yesterday.
Oh, it came back later at night. I don't know, maybe your area did not have. Are you in band A in your area?
Forget band, Oga. Shall be using lights. If you are depending on one band, do you still hear people complaining we don't even know the band we are?
People talk.
We've accepted. We've
Maybe
moved
your
on.
area, your area accepted it.
You said?
My area don't accept anything.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, you're still contending if you're in band A or band W.
No, we know we're in band A.
Okay, you know you're in band A.
Yeah.
There are still some areas who are not in band A, but they still enjoy light.
Well,
So-
maybe they have low loads on their transformer or their area. Any which way. No, it's sounding like you are envying some area or
Can you imagine?
maybe because you guys have light issue or thereabout. It's fine. I mean,
It's
God
a
that do
national
our
issue.
own, we do yours.
It's a national issue.
I know.
So
And I
don't
just thought that the
don't
light
narrow it
came
down to
back.
my area
Well,
again,
it looks
alone.
like you guys have local issue.
no, we don't have local issue because we have a generating electricity.
I actually don't know what is going on here.
No, you don't need to know. Just
If
you
it's
shall
about-
just be in the middle. You are in the
Just
middle.
observe.
You are in the
I'm
middle.
observing. I'm just hearing, local. I'm hearing, don't worry about it.
Where in Magodo do they generate light? But they generate light in Ikorodu. Egbin Tama
Yes,
Station.
Egbin.
Egbin Tama
Where is that?
Station in Ikorodu. It serves virtually everywhere. So
Are you serious?
are you kidding me? We are not local.
I've been there. I told you I went for one event there. That place is okay. It's looking okay.
It's looking okay.
Yeah.
No, let's move on.
Well,
What happened?
Nothing happened. Okay, you stay at Ikorodu or you live around Ikorodu.
Lagos, let's move on with the program.
Okay, I want to know.
They have Ikorodu Road and they have Ikorodu, right? So it depends on where.
Anyways, something happened yesterday was going on social media, so I'd like us to start with that. There was a video circulating on social media where the president miscarried his step.
Stumbled.
No, somebody. I've been hearing that it's an AI video.
No,
No, it's not.
it's not. So
Because that is what I've been hearing.
it's not.
It's
The
an AI
presidency
video.
also reacted to it.
Yeah.
So they didn't say it's an AI video.
Well, because somebody said either the president is okay and this and that. per life. Well, Joe Biden fell so many times until he fell out of office.
Even superstars, Hollywood stars, they've fallen
Of course,
when
on
they are
stage.
going to pick up the big award that we see, Oscars and all that.
Mm.
So the truth about this whole thing is that we are humans, that's why we make mistakes, right? But the process of picking yourself up, that makes a difference. Some people want to stay down and be shouting, help me, oh, come and kick out before I stand up. But he picked himself up
It
immediately.
is not how you fell, it's how you stood up.
Yes. So to
Even
me,
in the journey of life, it's not about how you feel.
I thought the white man behind with the camera was the one that pushed him. I wanted to shout, I want president!
But just one thing about their media that I love, immediately they gathered the president and the media, the camera was not on them for a long time. Like immediately those security guys
Came.
covered him and they were if now place they wait me president.
But,
Let me push you.
On a lighter note, the world wouldn't have known that Tinubu, I think half of the world wouldn't have known that he went to Turkey. But
This incident.
the incident, why did he even go there?
Our
That's
president
fair.
like to trend by mistake.
You understand?
Those bulaba,
Honestly,
blue.
let's face this thing
Yeah.
fair and square. I think Mr. President is overstressing himself, considering his age.
Yeah.
And this is the time where the ambassador designate should start working.
Okay.
He can't be everywhere. Perhaps he doesn't trust some persons. He wants to do all of his things by himself, not considering his age. Take it or leave it, Mr. President is not 100% healthy.
You are the one saying it, too, because when they said that,
let's
he
face-
showed us on the
No,
treadmill. You don't understand? He was showing us like this. So let's give him a benefit of
No,
that. Some
Barrister
people,
Pink, Barrister Pink, hold on.
how old is Atiku? Sorry to challenge you on this. How old is Atiku? I've been hearing a deducted from time, and the guy is looking fresh. Some people, God just bless them.
Because Atiku is not stressing himself like Tinubu is stressing himself.
But the truth about this whole thing is that sometimes when somebody say I'm okay, just give them like
Allow Atiku
50
become president of this country
You see why
in
it's
less than 3 years and see if he would. See, there are some overwhelming things and factors that comes with you being a leader. Now, he's looking healthy, fine and good. No doubt about that. You see, okay, you are not a local government chairman. You are not a councillor.
Yeah.
You're not holding any position. Just, for example, Chairman Muri International says Barrister Pink be in charge of Mitv and Star FM. I kid you not, within just 3 weeks, Barrister Pink, you would grow. I don't know how to put it, because you know that there are so many things you want to do. There are things you want to fix.
Yeah.
There are loopholes you wouldn't want your opposition to exploit.
Opposition on appointment.
You understand? So you know the pressure on you.
Yeah,
Yes,
very
Mr. President wants to leave a lasting legacy. He is not the perfect president, but I think he's doing too much. He's doing too much in the sense that, number one, age is not on his side. Take it or leave it. Mr. President is not 100% healthy. Forget that he enjoys so many trips out there, he goes for medical. It still doesn't mean that he is 100%
So
healthy.
there's something I want to say. Are you sure this President Erdogan
Yeah.
will be present if President Tinubu is not there?
I don't understand. How do
You
you?
don't understand. By the time he gives it, oh, my ambassador over there, go and present me, right? Are you sure this president will appear? Because the presence of the president makes that, because this is concerning security and every other thing.
It's not
You
just about
understand?
security. Yes, you're right.
So people take that kind of how will I say? There's a word I want to use now. Collaboration, seriously, if they don't see the two presidents there. Because if it's just minor oil deal and all that, they have people who say they have trade, they have oil.
I am not disputing what you just said.
9.
But what I'm saying is
it's
this.
9. They are
What I'm
signing.
saying is this. Mr. President, in the last 365 days, have been to different countries on different missions. So we must tell ourselves the truth. Mr. President is doing too much and his health is not carrying him.
Okay.
See, yes, he has he enjoys free medical trip and whatever. Now he needs time to rest. He comes to Lagos, spends a week, and the next thing he's in Osun, he's this, he's there, he's that. Because he wants to bring everybody together. You understand? It's just like you're running a race and you know you have people behind you running after you. You can't stop. And that's the problem. He must understand. Look at what look at what he's putting on. You would understand that this Mr. President needs enough time to rest. But how would he?
What? This is a trench coat.
But who wants to be Nigerian president at this time and you want to rest? If you want to rest, resign as a president.
Because if not, they'll start putting clauses that you must not be old.
No.
I hope you understand. He's trying to show you that he can do it. And there's nothing wrong with his clothes. Please, ladies and gentlemen, this is a trench coat. He's wearing a coat, a proper coat inside. A trench coat can be oversized. So this is a trench coat. It's not actually a proper coat.
Well, for me, I think, yes, I would agree with Stanley that the president needs to rest because he keeps traveling from one place
The
to
travelings
another.
are too
But he
much.
did not complain to us. Why are we
But it's
drinking?
no,
Why are we
no, no,
drinking
no,
his
You
Panadol?
don't have to complain.
He doesn't have to complain. He is the president. God forbid now he dies. And I repeat, God forbid he dies. Well, let's face reality.
No,
God forbid now he dies.
No, the truth is, see, it's obvious. First, you can't be Nigerian president and not stress yourself. The country is stressed already.
You understand?
So if you are not ready to face the stress, please don't contest for anything, because from local government to federal government, we have problems. So we need somebody who will forget his family, his life, to live is to die. So you are ready that anything that comes with it, I will be.
And that is what it looks like Mr. President is doing, because embarking on
And I will
different.
tell
I
you-
understand what I
will you
understand
say-
that
will you
it's
say
in the interest of the country. But then he
during
also
his
must consider his health.
inauguration, during his inauguration, he fell.
Yes.
Has he been strengthening himself?
Yes, because he was moving from one state to another for electioneering.
But after the election process, he had like 3 months to rest before they did the inauguration. So falling can be somebody who is healthy, somebody who is fine, who you can fall at any time. You can anything can happen. Sometimes you want to, even this our studio inside here, sometimes you want to step on that red rug and then you don't know that your leg is still on the red rug. You want to come down. Anybody can fall.
Anybody can fall.
Falling is not like, oh, because you are tired, because you can be walking on the road and hit your leg on a stone. And
even beauty pageants that practice all the time,
at the
they
same
follow.
time, I agree that president is overstressing himself, because there are some events that I feel like, okay, you can actually send a vice president or maybe one of the ministers. The ministers are usually wings of the president, and whatever thing they do, and that's how they always say the presidency or federal government said, and it's coming from Ministry of Transportation. They'll say federal government, so everybody just believe, oh, that's Tinubu saying. Meanwhile, it's one minister that is talking. He can always say, but see, I believe that, sometimes the Yoruba people said, your eye can never be like another person's eye. Like, he wants to represent himself and represent the country. He wants to be there and have, this one-on-one conversation. This Turkish president was in Nigeria, I think 2021 or thereabout, to have one or two. And meanwhile, he is trying to have, if you see his reasons for traveling, about energy, trade, investment, and all. And that thing, I think all his traveling is coming to, is yielding now, because, what's it called? This Shell, they are bringing about $20 billion now to invest. Some other investors are coming. Nigerians, the rate by which we buy fuel from abroad is reducing. If you check the analysis now, it has reduced to about $5 billion per year from about 14 or 20 something. So you will see the result of him going ups and down and all. Yes, I understand that fact. Maybe he wants to use his first tenure to overstress himself and use the second tenure to start, the benefit and the results start coming. Yes. But with everything we are talking, does not stop the president from giving himself some rest.
God bless you. Now, another angle to this. How often do you hear Erdogan travel from Turkey to either the eastern part of the world?
Probably because his country is quite developed already.
Yeah,
it's even listed as an European country.
Yes,
that's the truth.
It's still a developing country. You understand? It's still a developing country because you can't have it all. Now, how often do you see Trump travel from America to other states? You understand? See, of course now it's the reality, Barrister Page.
We already said we'll not be on the same table anyways.
If there's nothing serious that would make Trump leave the United States, he remains in his country.
Yes, that's because the United States have grown to technically they've grown, digitally they've grown. People that will be in the US
and people respect them.
When they killed this man, is it Liberia or Libya?
Muammar Gaddafi of Libya.
Gaddafi. I mean, some people were in abroad controlling how they have satellite, in-earth satellites that they can actually get to see everything that is happening. And they have see.
What I'm saying
Stanley, wait. I want to say something before you talk. There are level of people that will call you now. They will text you on this show now that would have to go on break because you need to go attend to them.
Exactly.
As we are seated here, if Babajide Sanwo-Olu sent you message and in the next 10 minutes,
even if it's
be
a
at
prank,
Babajide Sanwo-Olu,
even if it's a prank,
we will go on break for you to leave.
You're even talking about if chairman calls me now and says, Stanley, you need to be somewhere. Definitely will
I
go
just
break.
want to. I don't.
they will just
want to
adjust
use
the
chairman.
chair. You don't
You
understand? Adjust the chair
So
from year to year.
that's
That is all.
because the Sanwo-Olu or Mr. Chairman have grown to that level that they can sit in their house or their offices and demand you should come. But imagine you wanting to meet Sanwo-Olu and they said you should be there by 7. You know you probably be there by maybe 4 a.m. because you have to be there before the governors arrive. So I'm just saying, if you want to start comparing how many times did we see Donald Trump travel out of the Donald Trump won't even travel.
That is where, see, I said something earlier. That's why we have ambassadors. That's why we should have ambassadors. Ambassadors
The ambassador that we just appointed how many days
and that's
ago.
the problem of Mr. President. He wants to do too much, not considering his health state.
Yes, let's leave his health state. You see, I'm concerned about his well-being. But see, if you want
Mr.
to
President
care
is no
for your
longer
health
a
state,
young man.
If you want to care for your health state or your old age, resign as a president.
Did
Go and care for it.
I don't
Nigeria is facing problem that even the president
But
cannot
it's
trust
a-
He's
Please,
showing
whether-
me that he can do it.
Why
now.
do you
Why
think?
will I start
Why do
telling
you
him
think
he
Dele
cannot?
Alake is not the minister of communication? To me, I feel like the president want to put somebody that he trusts so much in that ministry of natural resources, because natural resources is one of the best ministry that we have in this country. Imagine how much they are selling lithium. We have gold, we have everything that you can call natural resources. The president wants somebody who is there that can deliver. Why are presidents making themselves minister of petroleum in Nigeria?
They want to oversee proceedings.
Thank you. Exactly the same thing you will apply. So if president say go, sometimes they might go and meanwhile, this man is an international auditor. This is our current president.
Sure.
So when he gets there, and this man is very intelligent.
Sure.
The way Tinubu will communicate with the president of Turkey is different from the way Shetima will do.
That's what I'm trying to say.
He might just want to, let me just face this thing. But is it every country? There are other countries that he sent Shetima
Should I
to.
Exactly,
take you on
because he
this?
just felt
You
that.
talked about putting square pegs in square hole, and you made mention of Dele Alake.
Yeah.
You trust Dele Alake that much, and I'm sure there are still 1,001 Dele Alake that can be trusted by Mr. President to do the job for him.
That's
Yes
the
or no?
problem when it comes to that's the problem when it comes to trust. You cannot overtrust everybody, even when they look trusted.
That's why I
But
said.
are they tested?
That's why I said. That's why I said.
Dele Alake has been-
I am holding you by what you just said.
Yes.
Now. He made. What's
Are
his
you
name?
holding me on the neck? I mean,
Anywhere.
on the hand?
Now he made.
Don't suffocate
He
me.
made Wale Edu minister of what's it called now?
Finance.
Finance. You
Yes.
understand? That's because he trusts Wale Edu. I am sure there are still other people Mr. President can trust to hold on to different positions. That's what I'm saying. Now, Mr. President is intellectually sound enough to understand that I can do this, I can do this. I am sure there are still people that Mr. President know that they are intellectually sound that can carry out some
So
duties
why
for
didn't he
him.
pick them?
No, but Mr. Pink, he said something just now that Mr. President wants to do everything because he knows his
You
capability and
can't do
quality.
everything. There are particular things Mr. President
That's the
wants to
point.
do.
There are things that Mr. President needs to start cutting down on. You understand? There are things Mr. President needs to start cutting down on because, like I said, he is no longer the young Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu that was governor of Lagos State.
True.
You understand? Like I also mentioned earlier that we are saying Atiku is fine, healthy because has not held any position that would make him overstress himself. Now, if Atiku becomes president, he would also want to overstress himself, just like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because you can't trust everybody. True and true. The ones you trust, you put them in the position that you know that they can handle. Now, upon handling all those positions, you also want to oversee some important things, and that's why I said our major problem. Why did what's his name now? Your uncle in Osun State failed to appoint a commissioner all through his year. Is there? Former governor Aregbesola.
Oh, they He's not my uncle. This is another television.
Were you not part of his administration?
I am robbing Emmanuel Oluwafe.
Were you not part of his administration?
Part of his administration.
Where were you doing that?
I was in school.
Which school?
Obafemi Awolowo University.
Where is the school?
Federal University.
Where is the school?
I don't know the state. I know it's a federal university.
You understand? Because some of our leaders wants to do everything by themselves. They feel okay, I can do it, but you cannot do everything.
What if the proposal to Tinubu is taken to Turkey? What if eventually the president will still have to sign? What if the presidency feel like, let me just do it once and for all? I have stood up from my office as the president of the most populated black nation in the world to come and meet you, Turkey, that your population is not even up to our own if they join two states together in Nigeria. But let's talk. It's a respect on its own. It calls for attention.
Yeah.
It will give them. Imagine the presidency has sent maybe like a minister to. What if their president said, let their vice president go and receive this man? Look at the paper, the
front airline, banner airline. They are the ones. That's what I was trying to say.
Look at the kind of welcome they gave to Tinubu. And Barrister Pink said something like, the whole world wouldn't have even known that Tinubu traveled. But you see that mistake that happened is making the president to trend all over the world now. Like, oh, Nigerian president
stumbled
blah, 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 blah. They got to see. But I'm just saying from the picture, they wouldn't have given that kind of welcome to maybe a minister or a representative. And anything that will make you give such a welcome to a president, then number one is you are ready to listen. Number two is before Tinubu left Nigeria, his mind was made up that this is what I want these guys to do and this is what I will do, because it's a bilateral thing. I do for you, you do for me.
Yeah.
So he has been in the game or in this political system for a very long time. So he knows if I'm saying Turkey, come and invest here. Turkey will actually, what is our benefit? He has already prepared their benefit. Now there are some spontaneous questions that will likely come out, and it's only president that can say yes to it. Because if you tell a minister or a representative that, they will tell you, oh, we'll relate with the president.
Exactly.
But now the president is receiving the word already. He's getting back immediately. It shows how Nigerians are ready, to develop this country. It shows how the president is ready, rather, to develop the country. But in everything I've said, I still agree with you that the president needs to rest. Because nobody knows when anybody can shut down. Even people that are healthy, they sleep and they don't wake up. They will start to tell you it's BP. They've not checked their BP for a long time. But I kid you not, I'm sure the president, so the way he has personal aides in media, he has personal baba, personal this. I'm sure there's a personal doctor that gets to carry out checkup every time.
Yeah.
Presidency, let's check your this. Presidency, let's check your this. And because when anything happened to presidency, they would ask those guys first, what happened? Why is this not? So they must, just the way a footballer would think, look at this Man U guy, that Nigerian, Netherlands, is it Netherlands the place for? I don't know. That Dogu boy that's called Denmark, Nigerian Denmark boy. Yes, he had hamstring injury. When I saw the news, I thought they would be out for 8 weeks. The guy was looking very healthy. After when they finished the match, he was walking by himself. But you see, once the physician or whatever tell you, physiotherapist say, you are fine, but you can't play ball for now.
I love that illustration because it's a medical term and it's in medical line. What you call hamstring,
yes,
it happens to virtually everybody.
Yes,
and you'll be like yes. And you stay for like you understand?
Okay, that muscle.
Yeah. Now, would you say that after pulling your muscle and for like 10-15 minutes you recover? Oh, you say for 10 weeks I want to stay at home.
Of course not.
Oh, you say for 10 weeks you would not walk again.
Of course not.
Oh, you start ordering all those online ride. I mean, you will not walk again. But these guys, they know. These are the things they do on a regular, and you cannot overstress it. Yes. Now, we walk, they race. You understand? They race, and that's why I said I agree with you, but perhaps in a different way. Mr. President, I agree that he wants to fix everything that cannot be fixed. That's the bottom line.
That cannot be fixed at a time.
He cannot fix everything. He wants to fix everything that cannot be fixed. That's the word. No, I know what I'm saying.
Let me leave you to your word.
He wants to fix everything, but he cannot fix it. Okay, you want me to use that one. He wants to fix everything, but he cannot fix everything. That's how you want me to put it. But it's still the same thing. Now, he wants to leave a lasting legacy.
True.
Mr. President wants to be seen as a lord that made one or two changes. Yes, it's there. If he leaves office today, you and I will start highlighting some of the things he did while he was in office, right? No doubt about that. The same way we'll keep highlighting, okay, the negatives and the positives of former late President Muhammadu Buhari. It's still the same way we'll talk about the positives and the negatives of Mr. President. But then, everything you said, I agree. He needs to be there. He needs to be on ground, on the spot assessment, oversee things by himself. Yes. Before he embarked on this trip, I'm sure he must have been checked to see if he was healthy enough to travel. Fine and good. He stumbled. Anybody can stumble. No doubt about that. But what I'm saying is, we are relating it to his health. We are relating it to his age. He is no longer that young man that ran the administration of Lagos. He's no longer that young man that waited for over 20 years or 30 years to become president of the president of federal government. As you grow every day, you age. There are things that leave your body. There are muscles that weakens as you grow every day. So,
Stanley, please hold your thoughts. What happened, Barrister Pink?
The truth about this thing is that I'm somebody that don't like drinking people's Panadol.
Okay.
I hope you understand. If you tell me you are okay, I might not use one eye to look at you like.
Are you sure? But you leave the person.
You leave the person. If you faint, so you say you were okay.
Okay, thank you. Hold on, Barrister Pink. Stanley, I just wanted to know what was on her mind. You want to continue, Stanley?
Let's move on.
I don't understand. I didn't drink. Somebody say, I am okay. I will not be saying, this your ear, don't look okay. This your head,
Did you
look okay.
hear what you said that earlier? You never can tell. See, you wake up and say, hey, all of a sudden, this person developed high blood pressure and is in the hospital.
See, once upon a time, this high blood pressure was restricted for old people. Now, anybody, even 5-year-old child, can get high blood pressure. That is the new discovery. So the truth about this whole thing, if somebody want to do it, please do it. You say you are okay to do it. Why am I telling you that you are not okay? So that is my problem.
Really, let's move on. Barrister Pink, don't.
He fall, he stand up. Did he say, hey, Okamo, my leg is paining me, I can't move. He stood up and he continued. He even stood on the pulpit, snap good pictures that is here. Why are we drinking Panadol?
Really, let's move on.
Anyways, presidency downplayed Tinubu's stumble, says Turkish visit on course. And of course, they are moving on with whatever thing they have in plan that they want to do. But then there are some other stories that we have to say, because as it is now, it looks so much like Stanley Poika really cares so much about the presidency or the president himself. And I think it's a good one that we have Nigerians that are looking after the health of our president.
I can't look after the health of Erdogan. I can't look after the health of Donald Trump.
Of course, you have to look after the health of the
love him or hate him, is our president.
Just like President Tinubu is in Turkey now, it's like the whole Nigeria is in Turkey, because the commander in how do they call it?
Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces.
The Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces is outside the country, so the whole country is there. However, he can command from that place. The presidency has reassured Nigerians that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is in good health and proceeding with the scheduled state visit to Turkey as planned. Following a brief stumble during a ceremonial reception in Ankara on Tuesday. Did you know that Ankara is the name of clothes in Nigeria?
Yeah, when I heard it, I was like, wow, Ankara.
But there's a way they call it Ankara. They can't call it Ankara.
So let me tell you,
Ankara.
Somebody actually
Ankara,
corrected
Ankara.
me from Turkey and said our country is not Turkey, it's Turkey. Yeah.
There is Turkey, yeah, that's what it
See, that's what the person keep correcting me.
That's what they call on TV.
Don't mind them.
Turkish,
They had to adjust their name. It was Turkey before.
The one that is big, that chicken, right?
I don't know what.
Anyways,
let's move on.
The update was provided by the President's Special Advisor on Media and Public Communication, Sunday Dari, via his verified X and Dari confirmed that the President moved from the ceremonial welcome to scheduled bilateral meeting with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and other senior officials. President Tinubu, after a stately welcome ceremony in Ankara, proceeded to schedule bilateral meeting with the President of the Turkey and other senior government officials to the state. I'm trying to actually get to a particular place. The purpose of the visit, yes. The meeting aimed to deepen diplomatic relations and expanding cooperation across strategic sectors, including defense and security, trade and investment, energy, and broader economy development. So those are the few reasons why the president had to travel there by himself. And I mean, that's it on the table. And
Well, I just hope all of this would metamorphose into the growth of the economy, how Nigerians will feel it. Like I said, he's doing a lot for the country. Whether he has his own personal interest or whatever, whatever. But the bottom line is, Mr. President is trying to see how the economy can grow, how we can have security in the country. As much as I feel that you see that security part, I would never ever agree with anybody. Don't worry. On Friday, Barrister Monday Ubani will be here to talk about all of this and the whole thing. But in the whole analogy, plot, bilateral relationship, and whatever, whatever, I just wish that Nigerians would benefit and enjoy all of this when the dividends start coming in.
okay, well, a good one. But then, just when you mentioned the security part, that makes me want to quickly check the second story. However, I also saw that on our rundown we have, tax, taxpayers,
Pay as you earn, that's payee.
payee, and I would also still encourage us to, try and get a professional, an expert, like a tax consultant, on the show one of these days, to break all of these things.
So we'll do that for
down.
next week.
So, and I believe that we can have it. I just have to quickly put that because we can only discuss what we have in our front. But sometimes you need experts, to talk deep in about some particular thing because a lot of Nigerians are confused about this tax law or tax regulation that is in town. It's like a new sheriff in town now, and you have to study it very well because there was a place where we saw, if they give you gift and it's that gift, it won't be taxed. If they do, a lot of people will do transaction now and just say it's a gift.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I have to come in here because my sister is a chartered accountant and also is tax expert. So
Okay.
I had to ask her,
Okay.
was this all?
What if we have her as a guest on the show?
I don't know, but I'll ask. It's not that.
Yeah, I
So
think
the-
you should ask.
The truth about this whole thing is that she explained to me that, we that are complaining are the ones that they are doing this for. You understand? Because
I've said it before, but go ahead.
because-
we know.
yeah,
we
you
know that it's
understand.
for
Most
the-
of us don't earn up to 800 million.
800,000.
It's 800,000
800,000, not 800 million.
per annum. Yeah.
Million. That is the truth.
It's 250 million, 800,000. That's what
Okay,
Taiwo
okay.
Just
Okay.
don't
That's-
worry.
Let
move
me
on, move
let
on,
me
move on.
explain to you. So your salary total for the year, you understand? Once they take your salary, because Nigerians mostly we pay annually when it comes to rent. Once they take your total of that your rent, so inside that 800 million, a lot of people are praying that "Hey, I wish my business." No, they will calculate everything you have spent, like your house rent, your light, your money. So what you should be doing, any place you have like a receipt, you must collect that receipt because that will create a relief for you. And by the time they deduct all that, you find out that you are still not to that benchmark. And according to her, there is a template where you start from. You understand? Where they'll be breaking it down.
Okay. Let me just. I wasn't going to talk about that before, but since it came early before I want to announce that, I was going to talk about security, but I'll come back to that security because I have a protest about that already.
Okay.
Anyways, the chairman, Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform Committee, Mr. Taiwo Oyedele, has said, a result of the new tax laws, Nigerian employees are beginning to experience a rise in their take-home pay due to reduction in pay as you earn deductions. Oyedele, who said this via his official X handle based on feedback from employees who had received their January 2026 salary, noted that early responses indicated that the reverse tax framework was already delivering tangible relief to salary earners. particularly those whose income taxes are deducted at source. The, it said the decline in payee, is a payee,
Yeah, payee.
in payee deduction reflects the initial impact of federal government ongoing tax reform, which are aimed to easing the financial burden on workers, increasing disposable income and supporting broader economic growth. Oyedele explained that the reform were also designed to simplify tax administration and improve compliance nationwide. The committee chairman added that the reform was structured to provide targeted relief for employees within the formal sector where payee remains the primary mode of income taxation. I mean, that's where it's stopping. So it looks like
It's very simple.
what they deduct from the commoners' salary, I think it was not deducted in this their last
Yeah, because it's
salary.
kick off January now.
So it looks like people are coming to say, oh boy, I think this thing is working for
Yeah,
us.
your
Stanley, make me
70K is your
understand.
70K.
Okay, Stanley, let me hear you.
See, it's very simple.
Okay.
And I remember we're somewhere where experts, not just one person, myself and Abiola Ismail was somewhere, and some expert broke all of these things down. And I remember I said it on this program that there are some people that evaded tax. There are people that do business in Nigeria and yet they fail to pay tax. I also remember I said that the reason why Mr. President called BUA and Dangote to pick up a project is as a result of what? Paying tax indirectly. Now, I also remember there was a time where late former President Umaru Yar'Adua was on the neck of some persons, business owners in this country that were making millions, but yet they were evading tax. Some ran to former President Olusegun Obasanjo and he said, well, there's nothing I can do. But at the end of the day, they look for a way to settle all of that out of court. Now, what am I saying in essence is this. You remember the Benin Oil Road that Mr. President told BUA to pick up and, of course, fix. It's also part of our tax, our money.
Likewise, the solo sele.
You understand? That, what's it called now? Not the coastal road now. I was there. I remember when Mr. President came and commissioned that road. That deep sea port.
Oh, okay.
Deep sea port that Dangote constructed. So, like I said, there are businessmen that makes money, business owner that makes billions and millions in this country, but yet they try to evade tax. Now you have importers. People bring in items from different countries, China, Japan, whatever. Some of them use, because I know somebody in the ministry, I know somebody, they use different means to evade tax, and it's affecting the country.
No.
Oh,
The document, no, I understand the document because I was an importer. It's there already.
Some people.
I don't know how you can cut short that, and that's why I said I don't know.
I don't know. So, see that your goods came and you were able to clear. You paid normal,
Yes.
whatever thing you're supposed to clear. Does not mean you're not going to pay tax after all.
So tax on the goods.
Tax on the goods is different from now bringing the goods to start
Yeah,
a business.
exactly. So that's why I'm saying
so
that
maybe-
I don't know
maybe
if you
that-
can evade that one.
To clear goods. What about those guys that are bringing illegit drugs and
I don't know.
weapons
That's
in?
what I'm saying. I don't know how
So
they
if,
will cut
if they
in.
can bring
They
guns
will
to
cut
the
in.
country,
God
that
bless
means
you.
they can cut in.
Now you're understanding the point. Real. There are still people that import guns into this country. And that's why we talk about the porosity of our borders. If our borders are well structured, some persons believe, okay, I can cut corners. That's the point. Some people believe, okay, I can do this without being caught. That's the corners they cut, and they are evading tax. Now, you are licensed to bring in whatever.
Yeah.
You know what? Upon being licensed, you definitely will be taxed. Now, if you feel, oh, I can evade tax. For example, now Rio is into accessory business.
Yeah.
He brings in accessories. Okay, they
Yeah,
have,
but I mean they say accessories. No. I want to carry oil. Come, no carry. Wetin be accessories? Stop am. Oh yeah, Mr. Pink. For example, Mr. Pink is into accessory business. You no see her neck, you no see her hand. Na real you put for woman business. Accessories. Yeah, Mr. Pink, can I have bangles? I don't get from Dubai. Please, Mr. Pink, abeg. What's the example you use me for? Please, thank you.
He was screwed.
okay. Let me even. Thank God you were in that business.
Nowhere. Still.
Okay, I don't know. Now, do you know we have vessels that bring in fuel?
Yes, I know.
I'm sure, and you know there are still illegal bunkers.
Yeah.
Now, all of these people, illegal bunkers don't pay tax.
True.
Okay, that's why
Even
they're
some,
illegal.
even I know if you go to Apapa, Tinkan Island, you still find some people that still do this thing legally, but yet they evade tax.
True.
Because they feel, I know somebody there. You've gotten all your papers. Oh.
Because even some of the ogas, they are into that same business.
That's the point.
That's why they are moving.
Exactly.
That's the point. So all of this whole idea,
Exactly.
all of you evading tax, one way or directly or indirectly, you will pay.
You will pay, yeah.
You will pay. So you see the common man salary is not affected. All this 7.5 value added tax that has always been there is still there. They didn't touch that one. That value added tax is still there. You see other tax, it's not for the common man. Let's leave it at that. God bless Nigeria.
Yes, as a common man, you have to have a common sense. Apologies, because it's not every time you hear, yeah, you react on it. That is one of the things that politicians are using against us. We are very emotional. We are quick to anger. We are quick to reaction. Sometimes you have to be a good listener. If you want to be successful in life, I think one of the things that you need to put into consideration is to be a good listener. You have to be reluctant to react and be ready to listen, because reaction might eventually come back to hurt you, then you will start regretting. But when you listen deeply, I mean, you can actually check, should I do or should I not do? Let me hear
Proper evaluation.
right? You know, proper. So you don't just hear something and they want to kill us with it. Even our mentality is even affecting the presidency. Because imagine you are trying to help somebody and then the same people are saying, no, it's scam, it's scam. We understand that we have lost the trust between the government and the people.
Yeah.
And this is what these guys are trying. My only issue is, don't live a luxury life as a politician. You are not even supposed to live luxury when you're a
At the expense
politician.
of the people.
Because the people believe they put you in that place to represent them. Not you now gallivanting over the people that put you in power, that have the power to remove you at any time. You know, we were on this table, Stanley, I wasn't sure maybe Stanley was on the table with us on Monday, wasn't, and we were talking about these guys that went on recess for 35 or 36 days.
More than a month.
For Christmas break, and Odindi senators and House of Rep left their offices for more than a month. And the real people, the real blood that runs
And
the
Mr.
federal
President is running
government
about.
And President is running. So why do you think that President will take decision now? You don't want to say you want to call him to order.
They are
Where
not
were you
sitting.
when this man was going ups and down? So I just feel like, do we really have lawmakers in this country or money makers?
We have lawmakers, but are never ready to make laws.
Because the law will come back to hurt them. So nobody wants to
No,
say.
hurt you and I, because they don't make laws that hurt them. Let's face reality.
I mean, if they want to be serious,
Okay.
if they want to be honest,
Sure.
once you make laws, coming back to hurt you, definitely, and that is if you are protecting injustice.
Yeah.
Because the injustice that you protect today is coming back to hurt you. Anyways, let's move on. Something is very, very annoying this morning. Something that it will annoy you too by the time I say my analysis. But then, let me tell you what is happening. Investigation uncovers a colonel who plotted Tinubu's ouster. Now, let me read the short story. An interim investigation report into the alleged coup plot against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government has revealed that a clandestine, thank you, network of military offers coordinated by an army colonel, name withheld, but they already know the army colonel. Hold on.
Name withheld.
Had planned to take over with findings recruiting and operational planning traced directly to him. It was easy. Let's move on. Indicated that army officer whose repeated failures in promotion, that the man has been writing promotion exam in the army, has been failing, fuels his dissatisfaction, mobilized like-minded officers across the army, navy, and air force, assigning them to survey crucial national installations, including presidential villa, they already have people, including major barracks, they already have people, an international airport. Bam, I want to hold there.
International airport.
You go finish.
I want.
There are still some parts.
Okay, you still want me to?
There are still some parts
October in October 25, the DHQ, that is the Defense Headquarters, announced the arrest of 16 officers. Thank you, Sally. Announced the arrest of 16 officers over acts of indiscipline and branches of service regulation. Shortly after, a particular media
online
house
media.
Says that the officers ranging from rank of captain to brigadier general were arrested by the Defense Intelligence Agency for holding secret meeting to topple the government and link the alleged plot to cancellation of October 1st Independence Day parade. At the time, the then Director of Defense Information, Brigadier General Tuku Gusau, retired, dismissed the report as an attempt to create tension or distrust, stating that the matter was a purely internal disciplinary issue. Okay. He said an investigative panel had been constituted and that its finding would be made public. Providing an update on Monday, a few days ago, the new Director of Defense Information, Major General Samailia Uba, stated that the comprehensive investigation had now been concluded in accordance with established military procedures, and the report has been forwarded to the appropriate senior authority. I can stop here now. Now let me say my protest. When it has to do with coup, when it has to do with taking over power from the people that believe that they are in charge of power, they were quick to do investigation. They were quick to tell Nigerians we've arrested some people. They were quick to tell Nigerians how they have been failing. They were quick to tell Nigerians some important information. And I wondered, what about those insurgency bosses? Because Dele Alake will not come and tell us there are strong men in charge of illegal mining. Definitely, there are people that are big men in the country. Because it's not about the last end of those guys that carry gun to go and kill. It's about who is empowering them.
True.
So government is quick to figure out, and I'm sure they've arrested these guys since that October.
Yeah.
They were just calm before we take any action.
Trying to find out.
First, Nigeria knew there were military coup, there was somebody plotting military coup. Then they told Nigeria it's a lie. It's internal something. Fine. They are coming outside now to tell us this is it. And I'm okay with that. Maybe they were trying not to create panic in some places and all. But these guys planted people in some significant places that it can help them to carry out their. My anger is that if in few months, maybe 2 or 3, you guys can get these people, then what happened to those guys that have been living in the bush and they are killing people every day? Benue, Sokoto, Zamfara. And the military are not coming. They are not intelligent enough to get terrorists that they were trained to get. But they are intelligent enough to get some of their colleagues that want to go. So definitely there is another internal factor. There is somebody who is like an intel to the military that is actually, in the military and give them. That's why maybe operation has not been successful.
Yeah.
But how come you have not figured out that person? Because if you can figure out somebody who is trying to overthrow the office of the presidency or the president himself, how come you can't see the small one that are here? The matter is on the table. Stanley.
First, let me quickly read the names of the officers. Of all the officers, just one is from Southwest and it's from Osun. Now we have.
And the rest is from where?
The North. Brigadier General M.A. Sadiq, Colonel M.A. Maji, Lieutenant Colonel S. Bapa, Lieutenant Colonel A.A. Hayatu, Lieutenant Colonel P. Danga, Lieutenant Colonel M. Al-Makura, Major A.J. Ibrahim, Major M.M. Jida, Major M.A. Usman, Major D. Yusuf, Captain I. Bello, Captain A.A. Yusuf, Lieutenant S.S. Felix, Lieutenant Commodore D.B. Abdullahi, SQL Leader S.B. Adamu, and Major I. Dauda. Now, other officers are Major J.M. Ganax, Captain G. Binuga, and like I said, the only one who is an exception is from Osun State, Captain Yusuf. Now, this is my point. Rio, you remember they told us that one former governor of Bayelsa State, Mitv, was the one that masterminded this thing.
Yes.
Now, this story again has just said that it had to do with promotion that was denied
To a captain.
to a captain. So
Maybe that was why their investigation was a little bit delayed till now that we are just getting.
To
How
get
then-
the meat of the
how
story,
then
yeah.
did Mitv name get into this whole mess?
It might be a friend. Remember that if you read the whole of the things, well, they were planting some people in different places, and some government officials too were involved.
Now,
How are they? So sorry.
sorry,
How are
sorry.
they involved? It might just be somebody say, just take 5K. I bet does they give me updates. Doesn't mean that the person understands
What they
is
want to do.
what they want to do. So they have to also dissect that part.
Okay, Barrister, please hold your thoughts.
I will say this, and I will say this without apology. In the scheme of Nigeria politics, and I repeat, in the scheme of Nigeria politics, Mitv does not even come close. Now, if you look for people that can sponsor coup, no disrespect, I'm not saying he would. Someone like Atiku Abubakar, who is financially stable.
And even obviously,
You understand?
He
There
want
are
to get
big
to
wigs in this
power.
country that are
Obviously.
financially stable. Not someone like Mitv. And he might have his issues with this current administration, no doubt about that. But where would Mitv get the money to finance a coup? Do you know how much it will take him to finance a coup? That's number one. Now, the military are speaking from both sides of the mouth, and I make both to say this. The first one, he said, and in all of this analysis or analogy, there's no way they mention any government officials. The only thing I've seen here, WhatsApp message, one Zangi, were allegedly used to coordinate activities. Who are the government officials? And I think at this point, if you're naming names in the military, and your investigation reveals that there are government officials, and you've listed these people, why not mention all of the names? You alleged someone who was a former governor and a former minister that he was the one who plotted this coup attempt. Now, a different investigation have revealed that, Samuel Uba has revealed that the investigation carried out shows that because one captain was not promoted, having written different promotional exams. Now, where then is transparency? If someone merits a promotion, promote the man. Now, that because you are not promoted does not mean you should hold the country to ransom. So, two things now. If it is, what's it called now, is right to get promoted. If it has gotten to that stage and he has written exams, promote this man. That's number one. Number two, I don't know where it is said that, yes, in the military parlance, we have seen different reasons why military topple a government. No doubt about that. But in the real sense of it, you want to topple a government because you are not promoted.
it doesn't sound right.
You understand? Does it sound logical? So the military are not telling us what we should know. Perhaps they want to downplay some of these things. And that's why they're coming out, okay, you have listed these 16 officers, right? You allege that there were government officials that were involved. These military officers, whether you like it or not, they are not hungry people. They are not hungry people.
Yeah.
From a captain to a brigadier general to a general, they are not hungry people. So they earn good money. But no matter how much they earn, they don't have that financial power to topple a government. Because you need so much. Yeah, sometimes it might not just be that big thing that you need to topple a government. But the most important thing is, we need transparent analysis. We need transparency in all of this. What's it called now? Shoaibu, the chief of army staff, needs to tell us what we need to know. Because you elect someone, and now in the second revelation, the people you allege, you've taken out their names. Oh, you didn't list out their names. Oh, no government official right now in this new revelation. Now, it's a case of who is fooling who. Who is fooling who? Yes, there was a coup. Now, like they said, for every rumor, there's always an iota of truth in it. When this online publication came and said that there was a planned coup, the military said, it's a lie, it's a lie, it's a lie. Now
They just debunk it
so,
outrightly like that.
love him or hate him, they might be a controversial outlet. You understand? But it's looking like there is reality in the what's it called now? In what they tag as false information in all of this. When they told us, one investigative journalist told us that Taurid Lagwaja was dead. He said, no, he's not dead. Yes, as a professional, as a broadcaster, you need to wait for a release.
The family or something,
no, not
or
even
even
a
the
release from,
HQ.
you understand, from the office of where that person is working. No doubt about that. But don't always be quick to react. Yes, as a military, what's it called now, officer, a head of a military unit, okay, this is what will come back after investigation. But you came out and said it was some government officials that planned this. Now, 16 officers that were arrested, and they said, okay, you were working with some government officials to topple government. Now, it's not these 16 officers alone. Now, it's these 16 officers plus the man that they said didn't get promotion. I think Nigeria we're just joking.
Sorry, can I even break this thing down? Because as most of you might not know that for some time, long time in my life, I was dealing on criminal cases. From all this thing I'm seeing, nobody's looking at the African countries that are already taken over by military. Because if they can take over Nigeria and they are already forming their own bloc, that means ECOWAS is somehow gone. Because Nigeria is sitting in a position, even if we are not the president of ECOWAS, they still need us like a big brother. I hope you understand. From what I've analyzed about this whole thing, if your Oga is the problem that is giving you stress about this whole thing, I don't know how you can go about this thing. You all can write a petition and say this man is biased. All of you that are disgruntled. Taking over Nigeria doesn't promote you. Because even your position, if you take over, that was why IBB had to give it to Buhari, because of the level of the rank they owe. So they will not even allow you to even take over power. How can a junior person promote himself to that level? I hope you understand. So we should be smart about this whole thing, that there's more to all this thing. But I would like to beg the Nigerian military investigators, they should just not limit their scope to this whole thing. This, to me, this is a mash lie that somebody cooked up. You cannot deceive somebody like myself. I've looked into this case in my own way, and I found out that for them to create a bloc is different from protecting their country. That means their aim is to rope in other countries, and the aim is Nigeria, which is the largest in Africa. So they should also look at sponsors, money coming in from those countries particularly to their own accounts, or even accounts of their wives, their relatives. That they should look into.
Well, it's okay. It's all well and good. I've just set my own protest out. When it comes to the people, there is always delay in investigation. But when it comes to things that has to do with you,
To be spontaneous.
you guys are spontaneous. I mean, anyways, anything that would. But it's fine. We have about 30 minutes to have this conversation here again. We'll be looking at the stories that made it to the front page of some Nigerian papers. But before that, we'll go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation.
Ten singles step into the love pad where love isn't just found, it's tested.
Along. I'm exploring.
Lines blur, desire takes over, and jealousy hits harder than any storm.
I'm jealous, and that's not something I hide.
Some find romance they've waited for their whole lives, and where there's love, there's bound to be heartbreak. In the love pad, every heartbeat counts, but in the end, who will find true love?
Ramadan, the only month of blessings and forgiveness, is here again. This is an opportunity for corporate bodies to grow their brands and individuals to enjoy unending blessing from Allah by way of sponsoring any of our ARI programs, specially packaged for this Ramadan period. You can sponsor our call to prayer, Ramadan Tafsir, Taraweeh live from Holy Kaaba, Makkah and Medina, Iftar Family Quiz Show, dawn transmission from 3 to 7 a.m. and lots more at affordable cost. For information on how you can be part of this program, contact our marketing department for details or call any of the following lines: 0803 300 4531 or 0803 515 8756 or 002 928 0721. Ramadan Mubarak!
All right, welcome back to the Wednesday edition of the Bumble Breakfast Show. We are still in the studio and we are moving to some lucky stories that made it to the front pages of some Nigerian daily. However, not all stories are lucky to make it there. But let's take a look at a few that made it to the front pages of some Nigerian newspapers. I'll be starting with The Guardian this morning. And the banner headline, ADC hosts opposition show of force. ADC hosts opposition show of force. Unity pushed ahead of 2027. Trying to really get what they're trying to do. Maybe they want to different parties to merge together, but I'll come to that later. Senate urged to treat food insecurity as national emergency. It's a good one, but it's late. It's late. You should come through for people when they need you guys. 72% of Nigerians' businesses tap AI to overrule workforce. Well, court suspends FCTA workers strike as Wike okays 12 billion naira for salaries. Tinubu pushes defense economic ties in Turkey as aid dismiss earth fear. Sit at home, traders protest as Soludo shuts down Onitsha markets. More officials quit cabinet as Yusuf launches APC e-registration exercise. That's from The Guardian. We'll take all the stories, then we'll look at the ones that we can just talk about quickly.
Okay.
Then The Nation.
Okay.
The Nation. Nigeria, Turkey target $5 billion trade pact against insurgency. 9 bilateral agreements signed. Joint Economy and Trade Committee established. 12 outstanding teachers get 355 million naira cash award. Mufang's defection reaffirms APC as truly national party, says Shetima. President Oke's work on Akwanga, Jos Road, hiring of 1,000 forest guards. Court strikes out application seeking transfer for Kanu from Sokoto prison. World Bank gives condition for states to access loans. Tax. Banks can't debit account without owner's consent. Judge returns Malami's interim forfeitures case file to CJ. Mieti Allah leader arrested over banditry in Kwara. And finally, resetting the record straight on disqualification of next two lawyers. That is all.
All right, away we go to the Punch newspaper this morning, and the banner headline here says, investigation uncovers colonel who plotted Tinubu's ouster. And the writer here says, interim report reveals military officers targeted president, vice president, ministers, and key installations. Arrest ongoing. And there's a story here above the nameplate. Tinubu proposes 110 Court of Appeal justices. Now, discos blame low generation as grid collapses the third time. There's an advertorial here on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Presidency downplays Tinubu's stumble, says Turkey visit on course. Wike threatens workers as court orders strike suspension. You find that on page 7 on the Nation newspaper this morning. And there's a story here which says, how I lost 3-week-old daughter to Makoko demolition. This is coming from a carpenter. So you find that story on page 4 and page 5 respectively on the Nation newspaper. And finally, Showore's trial. Court admits Omokri's clip calling Tinubu drug lord. Apologies. Those are stories on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. Rio, over to you.
I don't even know. That would be Tinubu's to decide if he wants the court to. Who is charging who? Is it Shore who is charging
the federal government,
or Omokri is charging Shore?
When Mr. President nominated Reno Omokri for ambassadorial,
Shore called him a drug lord.
Showore, there was a time Reno Mokri
I know.
on TV. So
Yes.
Showore challenged his ambassadorial domination. You understand? He challenged. So the court has admitted the Reno Mokri clip where he called President Tinubu a drug lord.
So President Tinubu, you think he has not seen the clip before?
Exactly. So
Why is Showore wasting his time? No, I'm saying it on the national television. Channel that energy elsewhere. Yesterday I was on a platform. I angrily said obedience by now should be political party.
exactly, they would have registered it. Hey,
If PAP
you just said
PAP,
you just said what I've been
you know who
saying.
is PAP PAP?
No.
You know who is PAP PAP?
Who is PAP PAP?
Speed Darlington.
Oh my God.
If Speed Darlington can single-handedly travel to Abuja to go and register a political party because it feels Nigerian
That
politicians.
Spindality actually registered a
I kid you not. Everything they ask him to go and do this, because he was showing everybody on social media. I have gone there. PAP, PAP. We are going there first. 2023
Do I follow
election.
this guy?
Wait,
Maybe that's why I don't
hold
know
on,
much
Mr.
about
So
him.
you are taking Spindality.
Either serious or not serious.
So when I register the party now?
I'm,
Okay, okay, you are talking about
I'm
Peter
talking
Obi.
about obedience now.
That they would
right?
have registered their own
When
party.
the APC was going to take power from the PDP, there were some strong men in PDP when PDP was actively in power. They were leaving PDP and they were coming to APC. Some governors were decamping, leaving PDP and coming to APC. I've not seen that traces yet. But let's talk about somebody who was, the first time he contested, he had 6.1 million. And you could not convert that 6.1 million. By now, because businesses grow, by now, your idea would have done, make sure every 6.1 million people bring another 2 person to that place. That is 6.1 million times 3. You guys have how many people? Almost 20-something million. If at all, everybody really wants to support. Why is Obedient not a political party at this time?
And it's for the people, the
So
way they use package.
Peter Obi, I'm sorry that Peter just came because I'm angry about the way it's moving. So Peter wants to come to my house and tell me to leave my matrimonial bed. He wants to come and sleep there. That is what he has been doing. That's what he tried to do in PDP. You just want to get there and you're asking for ticket because Obedient love you or Nigerians want you. You went to Labour, oh, they allowed you. You went to ADC, now you think they will allow you? Now, Showore, see what you should focus on. You continue to criticize this government and you think they will not be at alert. So, it's not time to criticize Tinubu now. It's time to use Reno Mokri. You know how many times Tinubu must have watched that video? Hello, sir. What if all what Reno Mokri was doing, what if it was a planned work? What if it's the president? What if the president is aware? What if what Showore is doing now is also a planned work?
You can't be too sure.
I say what if. That's what I'm saying.
He said what if, because sometimes they will use people to bring it in so that by the time they get a judgment on it, people will not be saying it anyhow the way they carry it in their head.
Because you will just look at Nigeria like this. This Showore we are talking about, did he not support Buhari in 2015? When they declared Buhari as the president, he was so happy. There was a time he denied it. It was Reno Mokri that brought out the old videos, the old clip. That stopped lying to Nigerians. You wanted APC, and because they probably did not meet up your own demand.
Yeah.
And that's why you are hungry. You can't be saying revolution now and yet you still want to contest for president. That is madness, and I'm not sorry to say it. You are saying let's scatter the country, and you are still saying I want to contest for president of the same country. You are running, you are not insane. I mean, you are insane rather. Because you cannot be saying let's demolish this whole house, but please give me one room upstairs. Are you not going to die with the demolition? So if you want that revolution, go after revolution, which happen to be like the only solution to Nigerian problem if we want to be realistic about it. But we cannot preach revolution because a lot of people will die. But you cannot be fighting the government and wanting to take the seat of the government. They won't take you serious. They will believe whatever thing Showore is doing now is for his own personal interest, and it's obvious. So if you want to be an activist to the core. Reject power. Tell them that you don't need that power. Instead, you will fight for another person to be in power. Why is Showore not supporting Peter Obi? As a matter of fact, it tackles Peter Obi more than anything. That's Showore. Where is Fela Durotoye? Where is Kingsley?
Mogalu.
Umogalu. Those ones have collected appointments. Kingsley has taken appointment. Fela Drotoye has taken appointments. They are quiet now. They don't talk. The only person that still talk, and I believe that sometimes where you can make mistake, is Obi Ezekwesili or what's her name?
Kingsley Mogalu turned down the offer because he wanted to become governor of
Anambra.
Edo State.
Edo State.
Edo State. He contested.
No,
Yes,
he contested for Labour Party.
For Edo State.
No, it was I said
Mogalu.
No, it wasn't Mogalu that contested for Labour Party.
No. The man that contested for Labour Party is this lawyer.
I want to even remember his name.
Our former NBA president. Okay.
Yeah, but I think this guy took an appointment already. That is Kingsley. I read somewhere. I'm not very sure. Even Fela, I know of Fela Drotoye very well. But because when it looks like you cannot win them, you join them. But the truth is, if you want to defeat the APC, a lot of parties need to come together. And that is one of the things that the APCs are doing. They will make sure you guys don't even like yourself. The PDP, now they are broken. Now ADC has gone his way. Labour Party are taking their part. You are dividing the vote.
Yeah.
Then governors continue to defect to the APC. They continue to strengthen the APC. So I don't know. Well, let me take the Nigerian Tribune. Then we'll come back to this conversation. The Nigerian Tribune banner headline: Tinubu seeks 110 justice for appeal court, 90 for federal high court. Proposes electronic visual transmission of court proceedings in amendment bill once Oyewole confirmed as justice of the Supreme Court. Barrister Pink. So what they are proposing here is they can do a visual judgment now.
They've been doing that since COVID-19 now.
Okay, so it's like maybe after COVID-19 they relax it or they
No, you can apply for that.
Okay, so proposes electronic visual transmission of court proceedings and all.
No, they've been doing that.
Okay, then moving on. Nigerian new economic model under Tinubu to drive higher GDP figure, IMPI. Is that not international monetary something? I need to get those people that are.
Just finish. There's this story that I think Discos and Adilabu. I don't know where they are headed, because Discos Adilabu said the 500,000 meter that they should give it out for free. Disco is saying they cannot do that.
Yes, I'm coming to that. So, World Industrial Court FCTA orders FCTA's workers to suspend strike. Nigerian consume over 2.5 billion liters of sachet water annually. Federal government say by-election Fubara refuses allegation of supporting ADC candidate. CMB rejects 4.9 trillion OMO bids to tighten liquidity stability years. LCCI laments as national grid collapses again the second time this year. Tinubu stumble in Turkey, no cuts for Allah presidency. Rider says, explain, he stepped on a meter on a floor, lost his balance briefly. Okay.
Who asked them for
as
this?
the coach talks with no, for real, these are things that you should even tell Nigeria. Break it down for us. Let's know why he fell.
Because I thought that the guy behind pushed him.
That's our own thought. But they just said he stepped on a metal and then he lost his balance. Which
to you now, George Ward Barrister Ping, yes.
maybe this is sent out person.
No, I'm just coming from the voice of an ordinary man, right? He
You felt somebody pushed
you. So that's I'm voicing out like the voice of an ordinary man. Because I saw a cameraman behind him. I'm like, they pushed our president.
What if the cameraman lost his balance and fell?
And push our president. So
and
that's
the
what I'm
president
saying.
fell? So
The way I saw it from the
everything
angle. From my
is Hollywood movie.
angle.
Everything
From
is
my
Hollywood
angle.
movie.
Hello, from my angle.
That angle is a movie. We watch out for party. So Stanley, you were talking about the federal government saying let's give out meter for free, and the minister wants us to give the meter out for free. Yes, Adelabu wants it out for free, but the agency that we are partnering with wants it Disco. They want it paid for. What's your take on that?
When former late President Muhammadu Buhari came into office, one of the first things he did was order the mass metering of houses free of charge.
Exactly.
And Nigerians got it. As much as to some persons it was substandard meter that developed fault, but the bottom line is he ordered the mass metering of houses. Now, Mr. President, through the Minister of Power, took inventory of what's it called now, 500,000 meter, and then he made an order that all the meters should be given out, and those collecting money for installation should stop. Now it's an order. The man didn't take the order by himself. He didn't give the order by himself. I'm sure he must have consulted Mr. President. Of course. He must have spoken with Mr. President. And this goes now blaming load generation as grid collapses for the third time. I don't know. First, let's even just understand. You and I on this table, we talked about how we can generate light in this country. You go to the back of Unilag, that place alone where you have enough, you can generate light. The father of what's it called now, Davido, generates 5,000 megawatts of light. And Nigeria as a country, we can. What is there that is looking like a rocket science that can't be done? TCN, the job of Disco is to distribute light, and it's what they have at their disposal that they will distribute. You cannot distribute what you don't have. Now, what's it called? The transmission, the TCN that generates electricity. What are they generating? So all of these things, all hands must be on them, because it's looking like an unrealistic thing that, because Discos are blaming load generation. You're not blaming it on TCN. Blame it on the federal government, because we have not done enough to generate power that will circulate the country. We are giving light to countries like Togo, Ghana, where they enjoy light. All our industries are living for Ghana, but yet we, as the power generating country, we don't have enough electricity. Do you know in Ogun State they don't have an electricity distribution company? It's Ibadan that is servicing Ogun State. How does that sound? And you have large numbers of industries in Ogun State, yet they don't have constant electricity. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Well, as much as I would want Barrister Pink to react, if she wants to react in like maybe 1 minute.
I will do that, because we have a lot of dams around, and I'm wondering what's the dams for.
Maybe their dams are for dancing.
Because they pay people actually to look after the dam. The dam, you can generate electricity from dam, and even the waste bin, this very big one here, you can generate electricity from waste bin. Scientifically, they've proven it. So what are we waiting for? Why must this light come from one place? So I think I saw one article. It was a breaking news from the Lagos State government. They are looking for how to internally generate power. So,
all right. Unfortunately, that is all we can bring to you on the Bomber Breakfast Show today, the 28th of January 2026. We have to say our goodbyes now, starting from Stanley.
It's been an amazing time with you. I'm sure you enjoyed what we served you. And if you did, please join us same time tomorrow. The Thursday edition promises to be explosive, super exciting, and like Fatika said, infotainment tomorrow. My name is Stanley Polekau. God bless Nigeria.
I am Barrister Pink Egbe. I will not say bye for now, but if you're inviting our president to your country, remove all irons on the floor. Bye.
Good one.
Baba Frayo. Remember that song, Baba Frayo? I want to throw stone, and anybody who just came in my window.
Remove all the irons, man.
Anyways, it was fantastic hanging out with you guys on the show today. I am Ambassador Robin Emmanuel Oluwafemi. For sure, they can call me Real. I will see you again tomorrow, and we'll have a fantastic conversation. Don't go anywhere, because other interesting programs are coming on your screen. Till tomorrow, from all of us, it's a bye-bye.
It's a bye.
àwọn ọmọ Odùduwà.
ayé ayé wa òye.
àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá.
ayé ayé wa òye.
àmọ́ ṣá
ẹ jẹ́ ká fura ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan ayé bára wa jà. Pàṣà ò fura pàṣà fìjà síná. Ajá ò fura ajá fìjì. Odùduwà gbè wá o.
àwọn ọmọ Odùduwà.
ayé ayé wa òye.
àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá.
ayé ayé wa òye.
àmọ́ ṣá
ẹ jẹ́ ká fura ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan ayé bára wa jà. Pàṣà ò fura pàṣà fìjà síná. Ajá ò fura